Welcome to the world of programming. If you are a beginner who want to learn the basics of programming or an expert who want to sharpen your skills, you have come to the right place. This YouTube channel is dedicated to providing you with the latest tips, trends, techniques, and best practices to help you become a coding master. Hi, I am Ayush, and today we are going to continue building our ChatGPT clone. So let's get started. So as you can see, I'm in my folder, and now we are going to just create this project. So here we are going to open this folder in VS Code. For that we need show more options, then we can open with code. Now as you can see, it's in my VS Code. Now here I can run this project by going to my terminal and writing nodemon index dot js. Now if I do like that, you can see that listening at port 8000. Now for that we need to open our Google Chrome. Here, I'm going to go to my local host 8000, and now you can see we are in our ChatGPT clone. You can see it's fully attractive clone, like you know what, almost similar to ChatGPT. Then we can click on any example. Now you can see that it is in our text box. Yeah, you know very well that I did not discuss about this method in our previous video, but you know what, in extra time I just you know what made this thing. Yeah, that's so easy. You need to just made an on click attribute at this place, and on click, and then you need to pass some javascript like input box dot value is equal to explain quantum computing in simple terms. Okay, so yeah, that's a easy task that you all can do. Now then I just made this update to plus. If I click here, it will open the stripe checkout for OpenAI, which is like $20 per month. And then there is update and FAQ. Yeah, that's about ChatGPT. Some, yeah. Then there is our footer. If I click here, it will load the release notes of ChatGPT. And now today we are going to make this logout option, and then this light mode. If I click on logout, it will just go to some route like auth slash login. Okay, so we need to do some coding for that as well and make our login page. Then we need some icon. But first of all, in this video we are going to create this logic here for our chat app. So let's get started. First of all, what I'm going to do is, yeah, you can see the moment we are just you know what, console, or where is our console.log. I just remove this code. This is useless. Okay, so let us save this thing here. And okay, now you can see that whenever we are getting any kind of message from the server, you console.log, we are just you know what, logging out that message in our console. Instead of that, what we are going to do is we are going to give that message at this place. Okay, so for that we need this whole container and replace that. Oh, okay, so let me see inside which container is this whole. So if I go here, now you can see option container is there. But okay, now you can see option container, and there is input container inside the option container. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just put this much, means this title, these examples, these things inside another container. And then I'm going to just write in JavaScript, this container dot inner HTML is equal to null. Okay, so let's do that first in okay, first of all in my index.html. You can see I use the onClick print text function, and then in the print text function we are giving this text what we need. Now what is the print text function? So this is in our JavaScript file. You can see function print text. We are taking an str parameter, and then input dot value is equal to str. Okay, that's so easy. Now the next thing you need to do is, okay, let's make a container. Let's make a container with the name dynamic content. Okay, dynamic content. Now inside the dynamic content container we are going to put this much of thing. Okay, let's just take this whole here, go here inside this, and let's give it the id of dynamic content. Okay, let's save this here. Now if I go back, reload it. Now okay, one problem we are facing that, okay, for that you need to just copy up this thing here. And after copying this, you need to go back here, not dot, because it's for class, but we need hashtag for our id. So yeah, Now here I'm going to write like text align center. Save this here. Now if I go back, reload it, now you can see it is good now. Now the next thing is we are going to take this here. So let's take this by using let dynamic underscore container is equal to document dot query selector, and we are going to use this hashtag here in the query selector, and then we are going to write like dynamic container. Save this thing here. Now if I go back here, reload, then you can see yeah, you can see dynamic container, dynamic container. And okay, so you can see that the exactly the id was dynamic content, not container. So let's save this thing here. If I go back to my website and reload it, go to my console and write like dynamic container and press enter, you can see this is our container. Okay, so this much is in the container, this much. Okay, this much. Now what we need is we need to take it. Okay, if I write like dynamic container dot inner html, and we are going to set it to null. Okay, I'm going to set it to null. If I do like that, you can see something like this happens. But we want our footer to be at the bottom, not at this place. So for that we need to do some work, and we are going to give it yeah, the inner html is going to be null, but the height of the container remains the same, should be that. So if I reload one more time and if I inspect this container, okay, so what's that container? Dynamic content, right? So now if I inspect this here in my element, so if I go here and do like this, then in my dynamic content I am going to just give this height. But what should be the height? So let me just see what's that. So yeah, that's equal to a total of 7 okay, that's 492 I think. So let's give the height 492 pixels. So let's save this here and press enter. Now if I go back, you can see that no difference is there, it's almost the same. But now if I go back and write like dynamic container dot inner html, okay, inner html equal to null, press enter. Now you can see that our footer is at the same position, but yeah, there is nothing here. We are going to just put that, what we say, that we can say that as a message, and we are going to put our message here, then the message of chat gpt. Then yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So let's do that. First, whenever someone clicks and submits a form, I want the dynamic container of its inner html to be equal to null. The second thing, in my style.css, in I will give this height of 492 pixels. Okay, let me just save this thing here. And the moment I save this thing, I go back to my website, reload it. Now if I write any text like hi, press enter, now you can see something like this. Now next thing we are going to do is dynamic container. We're going to make a message dot message. Okay, we are going to make a message class. And what we are supposed to do here, width of what? Okay, let's give width 100%. And let's you know what, give some background color. So the background color of the dynamic content, so what's the color? If I go to chat.openai.com, and here if I write anything like hi, then you can see this background color. If I inspect this here, so you can see that our text is in normal background color, but the text of this chat gpt is in a different color. So what's that color I want to see? So the color is something like this. Okay, but we are going to copy only this much. Now let us see for the perfect one. So okay, we can also do like this as well. So if I go here for the color picker, and here copy the hexadecimals, copy this. Now go back, and now we are going to give a message of background color here. Now we are going to give a height as well. So let's give a default height of 50 pixels. Save this thing here. Now Okay, so let's make a message. So let msg is equal to, we are going to give it a container. So let's give it a div container div, and the class is going to be the message, and we are going to say hi in the container and like this. Okay, now let's write like dynamic container dot inner html is equal to, okay, plus equal to this msg. So let's save this thing here. If I go back here, reload it now. Okay, not this one, my website. Okay, now if I write like this hi, now you can see after writing hi, yeah, okay, so the height is almost the same, but the width is something confusing. So we need to see for that. Okay, so for the message, we are giving height 100%, width 100%. So let's reload this one more time. Okay, if I go back here, inspect it, inspect this container and go to dynamic content, and here if I see for my width, so the width is, what is the width? Okay, let us see that. So if I check for width, that's 768. Okay, that's equal to 768. So if I give width 768 pixels press enter. Now if I go back here, write some message like hi, press enter. Now you can see the width is 100%. So what's that, 768, right? Now we are going to go back in my VS Code. Now here in my dynamic content, okay, so let's give the width here 768 pixels. So let's save this thing here, and in the message we are going to give a border radius as well. So let's give the border radius 10 pixels, even text with 10 pixels. Okay, let's reload it, save it. Now you can see, yeah, some border radius. Now we are going to give it as a flex display flex, and display flex align item center. Okay, let's do the, okay, if I save it, go back here, hi, now you can see something like this. Okay, now we are going to give the justify content. Okay, not okay, I think that's not required. So let's keep padding left even. Let's give 10 pixel padding left, 10 pixel padding left. Let's reload it, save it. If I go back one more time, hi, now you can see something like this. Okay, so that's working. We are getting our response here. Okay, one more thing I want to do is, okay, you can see our messages like this now. uh okay, let's make our new version. Like, you know what, this is something old, not fancy. So let's do one thing. We are going to just make our messages also in this color, and then the response of the server also in this color. What about that? That may be fine. So we are going to give hi, then the response in a new text box. Okay, text box. So okay, so let's give it a margin top. Okay, so margin top we are going to give like, okay, let's give 40 pixels margin top. Let's give something like hi, press enter. So okay, that's a lot, so let's give it 30 pixel only. Okay, let's save this thing here and go here hi. Now you can see that's coming. Okay, that's a fine. So let's give something like some icon. Okay, that's maybe, okay, let's give some icon as well. So if I go here on getbootstrap.com and go here, search for icons, and search for an icon of user. Okay, so let's search for user, and we are getting this one. So let's take it person circle. So let's copy the svg file here. We are going to go back here, and then we are going to just okay, so in our index.html, html not, yeah, okay, let's give it in javascript only. So let's inside the message only, I am going to give this svg, save this. Now if I go back, let us see what may be the response. So if I hi, okay, this, okay, Okay, so let's give something like dot. Okay, so let's give it a class of user. Let's save this thing here, and we are going to give user, and in the user we are going to give like width of 20 pixels, and then height of 20 pixels, then margin right. Okay, margin right also of 20 pixels. Let's save this thing here. Let's go back here and high. Now you can see it's looking better from that. So you can see our high is there and then our icon. So that's good. Now the chat gpt icon we are going to give in the next message. So the same thing we are going to just copy here, copy this thing here, paste it here. Now in the next message we are going to give the icon of uh, chat gpt. Okay, so can we make that? Okay, so one thing I want to show you, in our chat.openai.com we can also do something like this. If I ask him for, okay, so okay, so if I write here something like what, okay, make svg html element for okay, chat gpt icon. Okay, if I do something like this, let us see, will it be able to do that? So okay, let us wait for some time. Sure, here's an example of SVG code for ChatGPT icon. Okay, that's nice. So if I, okay, let us see what it will do. Okay, it's creating that. That's almost the same that I want. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, that's an intelligent AI. Means, you know what? It's also able to make SVG HTML elements for ChatGPT icons and other icons as well. So let's wait and let us see what how it will work. So I think that's almost completed. Okay, so let us wait for some time and we are going to see that. Oh my god, that's a lot big. Um, okay, now that's all done. So let's copy this thing here and we are going to just paste it here only. So let's copy, instead of this, we are going to paste here this thing. Now in the width, we are going to give 20 pixels, height 20, okay, height 20 pixels. Class, let's give it a class and let's save this thing here and in the let's give it, okay, let's give it chat, class of chat gpt. Let's save this thing here and let's go here, chat gpt. Let's save it. Let's copy this code here, paste it here. Let's go back and let us see. So let's see. Hi. Okay, so but the icon is not what I wanted. Okay, so you can see what does, okay, so the icon is not perfect, so need to see for that. Okay, so let's try making it as, okay, so let's include the image only. For including the image we need to go here and instead of svg we are going to give img and then img src is equal to, okay, let's give icon.png and then we are going to save this thing here, reload it. I hope that may be fine. Okay, let's write anything random and now you can see some image is there. So what's that image? Okay, so for that image we need dot slash icon.png. We are in our script.js, right? So okay, we are adding this code for index.html. So maybe like public slash icon.png. So let's save this thing here and let's go back here, reload it. Now if I write something like this and press enter, now you can see the icon is there. Now let's give some padding. Okay, so the padding is not there, so we need that as well. So let's give margin right 20 pixels. So let's give it 30 pixel. Let's give it 30 pixel high. That's not working. So let us see why is that not working. So if I go to message, okay, this is a message only, and this is our this file. So we need to give it something like ChatGPT class. Okay, so let's give this image a ChatGPT class. So let's give that ChatGPT. Save this thing here. Go back, reload, and now I'm going to write hi. Now you can see something like this happening, but we need only what that 20 pixel. Okay, let me just what exclude this thing here. Okay, okay, now you can see if I go back here, reload, and now how are you? Now you can see something like this we are getting. So we need the response as well here, the response. So we are going to just give the response here. Okay, so we are going to just give this much here. So okay, so instead of this means hi, let us give here the thing that the user have searched. So let's give the input dot value, and before making this input dot value to null, we are going to just give it here, and after that's all done, we are going to input dot value null. Okay, now if I go back here, reload it, and I say how are you, then you can see like this it's coming. Next thing we are going to do is this high. So for the high we are not going to do it here. Let's take this here from here, and whenever we are getting a message, let's write like let message is equal to msg dot what do we say data, then let um chat and underscore msg, or let's write like response is equal to we are going to do it like this. After that instead of this hi, we are going to give the message. So let's give the message here, and after that we are going to just what dynamic container dot inner html plus equal to this response. Okay, let's do like that, and we are going to contain okay, we are going to just declare this variable on the top of the document at this place. Save this, go back, reload. Let's write hi. Let us wait for some time. Hello, how can I assist you today? Okay, that's so amazing. You can see hi. How can I assist you? Okay, so if I write like write and write a para on cow. Okay, one thing I'm noticing that whenever we are making a new message, it's doing like this. So for that, we need to go so much down here, and whenever we are submitting the form, okay. So dynamic container or inner HTML we are setting null. Okay, but for before that, we need to check one thing. That what we can check here. So let us see. Let us check that. Um, so whenever we are clearing this thing here, we are going to declare a variable. Okay, so let's declare a variable. Let condition. Okay, let it be a condition. Okay, then at this place, whenever we are submitting the form, we are making it null, and condition is equal to true. Okay, now we are going to declare it as false in default. Okay, then if I'm going to say that if condition, okay, we are going to say condition is equal to false, we are going to do like this. Yes, we are going to clear this thing here, otherwise we are not going to do that. Okay, so let's do like this, and let's do okay, let's go here and let hi one more time hi, and you can see it's working like an AI model. Now write a para on cow, put a while, and now Okay, let's wait for some time. Okay, now you can see, yeah, the response is there, but you know what? It's okay, it's overflowing the container. So for that, we need to go back here and whenever, okay, this is a message, right? In the chat GPT, we are going to give it height, the min height. This is going to be a min height, okay? Min height is going to be like this, and the height is height, okay? Height is going to be auto. Let's save this here. Now if I go back, reload this thing here. Now I'm going to write like hi, write a para on cow. Let us see. Okay, so we are going to see the response. Write a para on cow. Yeah, but now also it's not working. So let us see why is that so. So we are going to see here. We are making a message, right? So this is a message. While the image we are getting, okay, ChatGPT, but the message is something much different. So okay, this is a message, right? So what we need to do is in the message we are going to create one more message, and this code, where is that? So that's like min height, right? So we are going to give the height as well like this, and the height out of let's cut from here. Now we are going to create a message to class. Save this here, and whenever we are getting the response message to, save this. Now in the message to, we are going to at this place, we are going to give the min height to 50 pixels. So min height to 50 pixels, but the height in fact is going to be auto. Let's save this here. Let's go back, reload it. Now if I go here, search for hi, okay, now write a para on cow. Okay, so let us see. Okay, it's like loading that. Okay, now you can see the cow. Yeah, now it's coming inside the container, but it's not like much beautiful as the chat GPT is. So for that we need one thing, that is margin top, margin right, margin bottom, like that. Not margin, it's a padding bottom. Okay, so let's give something like padding from the top. Let's give margin padding from the top 20 pixels, and padding 20 pixel, or that may be fine. Okay, margin left 10 pixels only, so let's give only 10 pixel here. And margin right we are going to give here 10 pixels, okay? So margin top, left, right, and then finally we are going to give bottom, okay? So let's give padding to the bottom 10 pixels. Let's save this here, go back, reload it. Hi, let us see. Okay, now right para on cow. Okay, so now it may be beautiful, so let us see. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, so you can see our response is there, but the way it gives, like if I go here, search for right para on cow. So now you can see it will generate a para, but the font I want, okay, the font is the most basic thing. Okay, so let's go and inspect this only. So if I go here and check for the font, so what the font? In fact, the font size text. Okay, okay. Okay, so this is a font family. Let's copy up this font family here. Copy this, and we are going to paste it in the image. Okay, in the message too, as well as in our message one as well. Let's paste this thing here. Go back here, reload it. Now, if I write like write para or okay, now this time let's give it like school. Okay, so let's see. Write a para on school. Okay, now the font is also good now. Okay, so as you can see, we have just made our project, means our logic for our ChatGPT clone, in which we are like taking the request and then sending the response here. So yeah, that's all for this video. Meet you in the next video. Till then, see you.